45 days? That's how long you may have to respond to a single piece of mail before Social Security can suspend your payment. Not reduce it, suspend it. Your deposit can stop until the issue is resolved. And here's what terrifies me. That piece of mail can look exactly like junk. It often comes in a plain white envelope. It has small print and government codes that make your eyes glaze over. It asks questions that seem routine, almost boring. Most people glance at it, think, "I'll deal with this later," and put it in a pile on the kitchen counter. Then their rent is due and their bank account shows no deposit. This is happening right now to real people who have no idea why their payment suddenly stopped. I worked in benefits processing and saw what happens when people don't respond to these letters. I also saw how the system often works. If a form is not returned on time, or if something in the response triggers a review, payments can be paused while the agency checks the details. The form I'm talking about is commonly SSA 7162. Some people get a different version called a request for information letter. Both of them can look harmless. Both of them can create serious financial stress if you ignore them or misunderstand them. And in 2026, the Social Security Administration has resumed many routine reviews that were slowed or paused during the pandemic. They're checking your income. They're checking your living arrangements. And for certain programs like SSI, they may also verify financial information through automated systems and data matches. In the next 35 minutes, I'm going to show you what these letters generally look like. I'm going to tell you the specific questions that commonly trip people up, and I'm going to share practical, general tips for how to respond so your payments are less likely to be delayed. But first, I need to tell you about Seniors USA Support, because Seniors USA Support did everything right for 17 years. Seniors USA Support collected Seniors USA Support Social Security check every month without a single problem. Seniors USA Support thought Seniors USA Support understood how the system worked. Then Seniors USA Support got a letter. And because Seniors USA Support didn't understand what it was really asking, Seniors USA Support lost months of payments temporarily and nearly lost Seniors USA Support apartment. Seniors USA Support is 72 years old. Seniors USA Support lives in Columbus, Ohio. Seniors USA Support worked as a secretary at an insurance company for 34 years. Seniors USA Support retired at 65 and started collecting Social Security. Seniors USA Support benefit is $1,847 a month. For 7 years, Seniors USA Support check arrived like clockwork. Third Wednesday of every month, $1,847 direct deposited into Seniors USA Support account at Fifth Third Bank. Seniors USA Support life is simple. Seniors USA Support lives alone in a 2-bedroom apartment. Rent is $100 a month. Utilities run about $180. Seniors USA Support Medicare premiums and supplemental insurance cost $340 combined. Seniors USA Support medications cost $165 a month. Food and household supplies about $250. That's $2,035 a month in basic expenses. Seniors USA Support gets $1,247 from Social Security. Seniors USA Support already $188 short every month. How does Seniors USA Support make up the difference? Seniors USA Support daughter. Seniors USA Support sends Seniors USA Support $200 a month. Has for years. Just transfers it right into Seniors USA Support checking account on the first of every month. Seniors USA Support calls it helping out mom. Seniors USA Support never thought twice about it. Seniors USA Support daughter loves Seniors USA Support. Seniors USA Support daughter has a good job. Seniors USA Support daughter wants to help. What's wrong with that? Nothing is wrong with it, but it can become confusing depending on which Social Security program you're receiving and how questions are answered on review forms. In January 2026, Seniors USA Support received a letter from the Social Security Administration. The envelope was plain white with a return address from Baltimore, Maryland. The letter inside had a form attached, Form SSA 7162. The letter said, "We are conducting a review of your Social Security record to make sure our information is correct. Please complete the enclosed form and return it within 45 days." Seniors USA Support looked at the form. It asked about Seniors USA Support living arrangements. It asked about Seniors USA Support income sources. It asked about money Seniors USA Support receives from other people. Seniors USA Support filled it out honestly. Under "Do you receive financial assistance from anyone?" Seniors USA Support wrote, "My daughter sends me $200 a month." Seniors USA Support thought Seniors USA Support was being truthful. Seniors USA Support thought honesty was the right approach. Seniors USA Support mailed the form back within 2 weeks. After that, Seniors USA Support received another notice, and Seniors USA Support benefits were paused while the agency reviewed the information. Seniors USA Support March check didn't come. Seniors USA Support April check didn't come. Seniors USA Support May check didn't come. Seniors USA Support June check didn't come. 4 months of zero income, $7,388 that Seniors USA Support was counting on. Gone. Seniors USA Support called Social Security. Seniors USA Support waited on hold for 3 hours and 20 minutes. When Seniors USA Support finally got through, the agent said Seniors USA Support case was under review, and there was limited action Seniors USA Support could take other than following the review process and providing any requested documents. Seniors USA Support couldn't wait. Seniors USA Support rent was due. Seniors USA Support landlord sent a notice. Seniors USA Support utilities were about to be shut off. Seniors USA Support daughter, Seniors USA Support, had to pay Seniors USA Support rent for 4 months. Seniors USA Support had to put Seniors USA Support utilities on Seniors USA Support credit card. Seniors USA Support had to buy Seniors USA Support groceries. The $200 a month that Seniors USA Support was sending to help became $500 a month to keep Seniors USA Support from being evicted. In June, Seniors USA Support finally got Seniors USA Support benefits reinstated. Social Security determined that the $200 monthly gift from Seniors USA Support daughter did not disqualify Seniors USA Support from benefits because Seniors USA Support received Social Security retirement, not SSI. But here's what matters about this story. Seniors USA Support likely should not have faced such a long pause. The $200 from Seniors USA Support daughter generally does not affect Social Security retirement benefits the way it can affect SSI. But the wording on forms can be confusing, and sometimes answers can be interpreted in a way that triggers additional review steps. This is what I mean when I say the system can pause payments while questions are being reviewed. Social Security typically communicates by mail, and the review process can take weeks or months. During that time, payments can be interrupted. Right now, I need you to do something. Go to wherever you keep your mail. Check for any envelope from the Social Security Administration. If you see one, do not throw it away. Do not put it in a pile to deal with later. Open it right now. If it's a form asking about your income, your living arrangements, your bank accounts, or anything else about your personal situation, you should respond quickly and follow the instructions in the letter. And if you're not sure how to answer the questions, keep watching because I'm going to show you safer ways to describe common situations and what to double check before you mail anything back. Comment below and tell me, have you received a letter from Social Security in the past 6 months that you weren't sure how to handle? Comment "got one" if you received something confusing from SSA. Comment "not yet" if you haven't received anything. Comment "already responded." If you got a form and sent it back, I want to see how many people are experiencing this because many reviews resumed after the pandemic and a lot of people are receiving unfamiliar paperwork. Let me explain why this is happening now. During the pandemic, Social Security slowed or paused many routine reviews. They call these reviews redeterminations. A redetermination is when Social Security checks your current situation against their records to make sure everything still matches. For Social Security retirement benefits, these reviews are usually less frequent because benefits are based on your earnings record. For SSI, supplemental security income, redeterminations can happen more often because SSI is based on current financial need. If your income changes, your bank balance changes, or your living arrangements change, your benefits can change too. Here's where it gets complicated, and this is what trips up people like Seniors USA Support. Social Security uses similar mailing systems and sometimes similar wording across programs. So, when you get a letter asking about your income and your living arrangements, you might not immediately know whether it's related to SSI rules or a routine retirement record review or a correction to information in your file. The forms and letters are not always clear. That's why step 1 is always this: know which program you're receiving: Social Security, retirement, SSDI, or SSI. The rules are different. Now about bank accounts. Social Security may use data matches and verification tools, especially for SSI cases, to confirm resources and income. They may not look at everyone the same way, and the exact process depends on your program and your situation. But if you receive SSI, you should assume your resources and deposits can be reviewed, and you should be prepared to explain unusual deposits, such as inheritances, gifts, or refunds. This is the redetermination trap. You get a letter that seems routine, you answer it the best you can, and then payments can be paused because something in your response or in a data match triggered a review. The system is cautious by design, and you may have to provide documentation to clear it. Now let me tell you specifically what form SSA 7162 generally looks like and what it asks, because if you get one of these forms, you need to know exactly what you're dealing with. Form SSA 7162 is titled Request for Information, Resources, and Living Arrangements. It's usually accompanied by a letter that says something like, "We are reviewing your record to make sure you are receiving the correct payment amount. Please complete and return this form within 45 days." The form has several sections. Let me walk you through them. Section 1 asks about your living arrangements. It wants to know if you live alone, with a spouse, with family members, or with non-relatives. It asks who pays for your rent or mortgage. It asks who pays for your food. It asks if you receive free housing or reduced rent from anyone. This section is where a lot of people get into trouble. If you live with family and they help with expenses, you need to be careful how you describe the arrangement. The best approach is to document exactly what you pay and what others pay, and answer consistently. If you receive SSI, this can affect payment calculations. Section 2 asks about your income. It wants to know if you have wages, self-employment income, pensions, annuities, rental income, interest, dividends, or any other income. It specifically asks about money received from friends or relatives. This is where Seniors USA Support got tripped up. Seniors USA Support wrote that Seniors USA Support daughter sends Seniors USA Support $200 a month, but Seniors USA Support receives Social Security retirement, not SSI. For retirement benefits, that $200 usually does not affect the benefit amount, but the form doesn't always explain the distinction clearly. One practical way to reduce confusion is to clarify the program you're receiving when you answer. Section 3 asks about your resources: bank accounts, savings, checking, CDs, stocks, bonds, real estate, vehicles, life insurance policies, anything of value for SSI recipients. This section is critical for SSI. For Social Security retirement recipients, resources generally do not affect benefits the same way, but you should still answer accurately and consistently with your program. Section 4 asks you to sign and certify that your answers are correct. It warns you that giving false information can result in penalties. The form gives you 45 days from the date printed on the letter, not 45 days from when you receive it, not 45 days from when you open it, 45 days from the date on the letter. If the letter sat in your mailbox for a week, you already lost a week. And if you don't respond within that window, your benefits can be suspended or delayed, and you may have to request reinstatement. So, when I say you need to respond immediately, I mean quickly. First, know which program you're on. Look at your benefit statement. Look at the letters you've received from Social Security. Second, be specific, but don't overshare. Answer what is asked and clarify the program you receive when it helps. Third, keep records of everything. Keep a copy of the completed form. Take photos of every page before you mail it. Consider using certified mail so you have proof of delivery. Fourth, respond within 30 days, not 45 if you can. Processing and mail time matter. Fifth, if you're unsure about any question, contact Social Security for clarification before you answer. Keep notes of the call, including the date and what you were told. Now, I need to tell you about the March 2026 payment schedule because I know some of you are watching this specifically because you're worried about your March payment. If you receive Social Security Retirement or SSDI, your payment date depends on your birthday. If you were born on the 1st through the 10th of the month, you get paid on the second Wednesday. In March 2026, that's March 11th. If you were born on the 11th through the 20th of the month, you get paid on the third Wednesday. In March 2026, that's March 18th. If you were born on the 21st through the 31st of the month, you get paid on the fourth Wednesday. In March 2026, that's March 25th. If you receive SSI, your payment generally comes at the start of the month, and when the first falls on a weekend or holiday, it may arrive on the prior business day. Mark these dates on your calendar. If your payment doesn't arrive on your scheduled date, call Social Security and ask whether there is a suspension, review, or missing form. Here's what I want you to do right now. First, find any unopened mail from Social Security. Open it. Read it. If it's asking for information, start gathering the documents you need to respond. Second, check your payment schedule. Third, understand which program you're on. Fourth, if you receive SSI, check your resources and be cautious about unexpected deposits. Fifth, if someone helps you financially, document it clearly so you can explain it if asked. Comment below and tell me your situation. Comment retirement if you receive Social Security retirement based on your work history. Comment SSI if you receive supplemental security income. Comment both if you receive both programs. Comment not sure if you honestly don't know which program you're on. Important note, this video is general educational information only and is not legal advice. For your specific situation, you may want to contact Social Security directly or consult a qualified professional.